This is the plaintiff, Travis Ellis. He says the defendant is his neighbor, and one day she got into a physical altercation with her boyfriend behind his 2019 Honda Accord. In the melee, the defendant scratched the trunk of his car with her jewelry when she and her boyfriend were tussling. He has proof she promised to pay, but is now giving him a real runaround. He's had it with the defendant and has no other choice but to sue her here and now for the $1,240.26 he's been out for months. This is the defendant, Angeles Guzman. She says her ex-boyfriend was violent, and yes, they did get into a fight in the street one day. But it was her ex who scratched the plaintiff's car, not her. This guy then sends her a bill for like $800 for the repair, and all these days for a rental. Why would she pay for something she didn't do? She's accused of not taking responsibility.
All parties, please raise your right hand. The People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Ellis, what happened here?
All right, on March 16th, 2020, around 2 a.m., I'm watching TV. I hear a loud motorcycle revving in the parking lot. I look through the window. Then the defendant comes downstairs. She's talking to the boyfriend. The boyfriend's asking her, "Where have you been? You haven't been answering any of my texts or calls. You look coked up. You look high. You've been with someone else. And how come you haven't?"
You could hear all that?
Yes. And the windows are thin, and they're pushing and shoving each other. And I hear a big thud. And that was when they were fighting in front of the parents and the sister's car. I hear a big thud, and I see them going back and forth. The boyfriend is stating that I want all my biker gear now, and the defendant's telling the boyfriend, "Can you please be quiet? My parents are sleeping." The boyfriend says, "I don't give a damn. I will."
What time of the day or night is this?
2 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, go on. All right.
They're going back and forth. Then they go upstairs. They're arguing and talking. Then they go back downstairs. And by the time they pass my car, they're tussling, and I hear a big thud. And then that's when I was on the phone with 911. And I also told my mom, I think they hit my car. I heard
That's when you were on the phone with 911, not when they were tussling earlier?
Yeah, I'm not going to go outside. I don't know if they had weapons or anything like that. So
no, I don't expect you to go outside. I meant what I'm saying is, you don't care if he damages her, but if he's damaging your car, you're going to call 911? I mean, I don't know.
No, okay. So
you know what I
they're
mean.
Going back and forth. Yeah, I know what you mean. They're going back and forth. I hear a big thud behind my car. I said, "Oh my goodness, I think they hit my car." I tell my mom, and that's when I call 911. I tell them the whole story, and then
Can I ask you a question? Are you able to see what's happening? Are you looking through the window and you're seeing what's happening too?
Yeah, I'm looking through the window and I'm seeing the whole altercation. I was here listening to their conversation because he was making.
Do they end up on your car?
I see them hitting my car when they were fighting. I had a big thud, and that's when I called 911.
Okay, so here is where we have some pictures that you have introduced into evidence of a very, very distinct scratch across the front of, this is your car, obviously, right?
Yeah, there's a scratch on top of the trunk, and I showed you a second picture. It's above the Honda emblem. You can't really see it because of the lighting.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Actually, I do see it.
Yeah, a faint scratch.
It's hard to see, but I see it.
Yeah, so I asked the officer.
All right, Mr. Ellis, stop talking for me. Ms. Guzman, tell me what happened here.
Well, hi. First of all, there was no way that he could be able to see anything because there was the apartment that he was. Then second, the car never was hit. It was with a key that he did it. So it wasn't even a big sounds and stuff like that. And the person they actually called 911.
Wait, I have a question for you. Wait, stop. Why did your boyfriend scratch the car with a key?
He was just angry because we broke up. So it was first.
Wait, stop. Why is he scratching that guy's car with a key?
Just because he was angry.
Well, why doesn't he scratch your car or someone in your, like, I don't get why he's scratching a random car.
He tried to put, he's a biker, so he tried to throw the helmet to my mom's car and my sister's car. And that's when the altercation between me and him started. So, and the person that called actually the cops, it was the president of the complex.
Just a minute. When and how does, I presume he's your ex-boyfriend, right?
Yeah, it is my ex-boyfriend.
When and how does your then boyfriend scratch this man's car? How does he do it? When in the argument does he turn around, walk over to a strange car and key it? Because I got to be honest with you, it actually does look like a keying, but go ahead.
So while we go to my apartment, I have to go to the stairs, and the car is parked right next to it. So me trying to run away from him, went upstairs, and he just went and scratched the two lines.
But it doesn't make any sense, Ms. Guzman. Why would somebody, when he's mad at you, what a violent man does is he chases you. He doesn't turn around and say, oh, just a moment, put a pin in that, let me take a key and scratch a neighbor's car. It doesn't make sense what I'm hearing. So, but I got to be honest with you, this does look like a keying rather than something else.
It is a keying. I was there when it happened.
But you think that means that you don't have to do anything. I'd like to talk about what happens when the police show up. Tell me what happens, Mr. Ellis, when the police show up.
When the officers came, they were speaking to the defendant and her boyfriend separately. The officers talked to me and told me that, asked me if I want to press charges, and I told them yes. Then the defendant says, oh, no, don't press charges, I'll take full responsibility. I asked her multiple times, are you sure you'll take full responsibility? Yes, just send me the bill and I'll reimburse you for the damages. I asked her multiple times, are you sure? And that's when they gave me the case number, and they told me to have her sign a contract. I give her the next following day. I give her the contract. She says that she spoke to her insurance provider or advisor, and they told her not to sign it. That's when I already took the car into the shop, and I sent her text messages with the bill. I also sent you pictures of the text messages.
Yeah, there was actually, it was just some weird discussion where she said, I want to take it to whoever I want to take it to. I can get it done cheaper. You don't want to do that. It's your car. No, it's up to you. You're not going to have some alley mechanic take care of it in order to save her money. All right. Talk to me and tell me, Ms. Guzman, what happened that night when the police come?
Well, when the police came, the police didn't even let him press charges because he tried to press charges. That was the one thing. And I have witnesses for that, too. He tried to press charges. He said that how he can do to press charges against that. And they told him there was a civil manners, like he have to go somewhere else. That they wasn't able to do that. And then the thing, too, is like when I start asking me about pay him, you know what happened? That he want me to pay for his rental car. He want me to do this and that.
Wait. No. Hold on. We're going to talk first about what happened that night with the police. Mm-hmm. You tell the police, I'll pay. If the police don't care whether you pay or not, then why is it that the police are, and they're not going to arrest anybody? See, if you and your boyfriend are committing a crime, if you're beating each other up, excuse me, do you hear me talking?
Welcome back to the People's Court. I'm Harvey Levin. The plaintiff says the defendant told the police she would pay for his car damage, and now she's just said, no, I'm not going to do it. She says she never agreed to that. It's baloney. Let's go back into the courtroom.
So if you and your boyfriend are forming a show at 2 a.m. and people are hitting each other and stuff is going on for some reason, it is in your best interest, whether it's because you don't want to get arrested or because you don't want him to get arrested, whatever the story is, you are resolving it with the police that you will pay for the damages. Please don't tell me that somehow I'm supposed to glean from that the police didn't care about the damages. I think the police cared about the damages. And so what happens? You convince everybody, no, nobody gets arrested, I'll take care of the damages. Oh, and lo and behold, what happens? After she does that, the next day, it's, no, it's too expensive. No, I don't want to pay a rental car. This is how it happens. This is why not always the best idea to work it out on the scene, because then you lose your leverage. You see, you got leverage at night and then you don't have leverage. But Ms. Guzman, let's you and I talk. What was it about Mr. Ellis's quote that all of a sudden made you do the Michael Jackson moonwalk to get away from having agreed to pay for the damages?
It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, any person is going to sign a paper or a contract. If I want to go with advisor or anybody, I'm allowed to do that and by law. That's part.
Of course you are. Here's the thing, though. No, that's fine. So you don't want to sign a contract. You might want to tell the people giving you advice that you had already entered into a contract. I don't think you realize that what happened that night when you're talking to the cops and everybody's trying to calm everything down, and then the cops don't end up arresting boyfriend and blah, 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 blah. What you're doing is entering into a contract. You're telling him, don't worry about it, I'll pay. Everybody calm down, I'll pay. That's a contract because he gave something up. He gave up being able to press charges against you. Don't be agreeing to pay if you're not going to pay later. That's an agreement that everybody reached that night. That's how the police didn't end up arresting people at 2 a.m. who are fighting and scratching up cars, which apparently is something you didn't want. You didn't want that police to make that arrest, either on you or on him, probably on him. You didn't want that because that's why you offer to pay. No, everybody calm down, I'll pay. That's why you do that. So he gave something up and you got something in return. And the something in return that you got was not making things escalate anymore with the boyfriend who was dumping you. Okay? Or, with the boyfriend who you had dumped, I guess. All right, folks.
I don't think that really
now, we've got him. You actually went ahead and took care of it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've submitted to me the bill for the cost that you paid to repair the car, which actually was kind of really reasonable, was $340.51. And apparently, if you had paid that, because that's what he wanted you to pay, he was just going to make do while they fix his car. And then, because I don't know that he actually presented did you originally present the rental car bill to her, or did you just say, just pay the $840.51, Mr. Ellis?
I told her to pay $840, and then I thought about it. I'm like, why should I also pay for the car rental? I would never put myself in this situation. It was her and the boyfriend who was fighting. That makes no sense. Why should I also pay for my car rental fees? So I said the car rental fee should also be included with the bill. This is not fair.
Right. Now, when did you say that? Did you say that when I got it, and you're going to get the money. Here is my question to you. When did you tell her pay the $399 also? From the beginning or later?
After she wouldn't sign the contract, I said I sent her the bill.
All right. And here's the thing. Stop. That's all I wanted to know. You see, you could have gotten away with paying only the $840.51, which you thought was too high, but it really isn't. And you don't get to pick where he fixes his car. He's the innocent bystander in all this. So you could have gotten away with paying only that because he was going to kind of make do and he wasn't really looking. But he's right. He's also entitled to the rental car. Why should he be out $400 because a car had to be fixed? And I know he's not blowing that up because he actually already paid the rental company and he has the bill. So I'm ordering you to pay him exactly what he's asking for, the $1,240.26, not because you keyed his car, but because that is the agreement you reached that night so that no one would end up getting arrested. $1,240.26, verdict for the plaintiff, plus, of course, your court costs. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
All right, well, the judge finds for the plaintiff. He's going to get the $1,240. The defendant obviously was very upset. She has flown the coop. She's gone. Mr. Ellis, what do you think about the judge's decision?
I think it was accurate, and I'm happy with the verdict. Justice has been served.
Okay, very good. I'm sure I knew you'd feel that way. Justice has been served. No question about it. All right, you're going to get the money then. $1,240, everything you sued for. And with that, let's join the judges now for another session of After the Verdict.
Marilyn, when two parties get into an incident like this where the police are called, probably you should think long and hard before you just say, you guys can go. We have this all worked out, and we'll straighten it out between each other.
Right. Well, and I think it's more than that. I think in order to get them to go and not arrest anybody,
right,
you say, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of everything. We've all got it worked out.
Well, everybody's going to say that, right? I mean, if
you're
on the wrong end of it, you're going to say, no, we can work this out, right? But collecting can turn out to be a different thing entirely. And certainly this car was a brand new car. It was scratched pretty badly. And when you do something wrong, you don't dictate the terms of how they get their medical treatment, where they take their car, how they get their things fixed. You don't have to take the car to Fast Eddie's Auto Repair where the guy says, well, I'll paint any car for $250 or something like that. Right. It's not like that.
It's not about saving you money.
Right.
And of course, the plaintiff can't be unreasonable either. He can't decide he wants a, $20,000 paint job, but he wasn't unreasonable. It was super reasonable.
Right.
And she stands in the position of the tortfeasor, even if she's not the person who scratched the car, because she took the responsibility and she got something in return, which is she didn't want anybody arrested that night.
Exactly. She, I guess, gets some modicum of peace between her and her ex-boyfriend over the whole thing, whatever it is.
And she can go sue her ex-boyfriend if she likes.
She has an action against him.
Sure.
To compensate her for the money that she's paid out if she, in fact, is the one who really caused it and made the scratch.
Victor from Maine wants to know, I just bought my first used car and the thing died 2 days later. Is there anything I can do to get my money back from the used car guy? Unless you can prove fraud, I got to tell you, you buy it as is. You know the saying, you pays your money, you takes your chances. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.